Actually, my front face looking like this. She's gonna go on well. All right. Oh, Lord. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Losing my water. There we go. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I do like to start talking a little sooner than this. Good morning. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, Facebook. I actually get to start on time today. Look at there. Look at who. Looky doo. Let me turn some volume. So we're not getting weird echo feedback. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well. There we go. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm glad you're here. I am glad to see that you're here. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Good morning to you all. Facebook folks, there's a John. I think it's a bot. There's a John that's replying to my lives. Please block them if you do not know them. They're going down all the comments and just replying. So please ignore them. I mean, put them on your block list unless you know that person. I need you to do that. That's on my Facebook. I always say it when the bots pop out. That's never a bad thing. Good morning, Farron. How are you? You ready for all the children? The children are coming. She's keeping my kids this weekend so that I can go out of town. Good morning. Are you ready? The children are coming. They should be good though. They should be. I make no guarantees about that though. I make no guarantees. All right. I think I'm all set and ready to go. Oh, that's good. You tired? I understand, sis. I do understand. I don't want you to think I don't, because I do. You and me both. It's been an illuminating. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. That says Nalia. Let me go look. Good morning. Good morning, my TikTok peeps. This is Morning Motivations, and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday we meet. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday we got a new schedule. I'm gonna check in with y'all and see how this went too. Let's see. Yes, that's the account I want to be on. Let me check these chats. There we go. Good morning to y'all. Good morning. How y'all doing? Good morning, Miss Patricia. Glad to see you. Good morning, Infinite Rocket Power. Glad to see you. Glad you're here. Thank y'all for coming in. This is Morning Motivations, and I'm Martine Brown, and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Y'all, this keeps happening, but I know it's because of the case. I have to find a brand that's going to let me keep my iPad inside of my case because I don't want to take my OtterBox off. I'm not going to take my OtterBox off because I feel like if I use this stand and the stand falls for some reason, then I'm gonna have a messed up iPad because I didn't have a case on it. Like having a case is very important. Good morning, Charlene. How are you? How you doing? Carmelita Brown, good morning. This is Morning Motivations. And every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, got a schedule change. We talk AI, we talk mindset, we talk business, we talk life. And I'm so glad each and every one of you are here. It's Friday. It is Friday. All right. And because it's Friday, we're talking about wins. This has been an interesting week. It's been a week of transitions for me. Um, we went from 5 days a week to 3 because your girl needs to refine her own goals. All right, so we've moved from 5 days to 3 Tuesdays and Thursdays. We should be applying what we talked about Wednesday and Friday. All right, that's what we should be doing. We should be applying what we talked about. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. Any ounce of time you guys are willing to give me from week to week, I consider it a blessing. If it's 2 minutes, 20 minutes, 90 minutes, it don't matter. I appreciate you being here. And it warms my heart to know that you don't mind coming in and spending those just a few minutes with me while we work this thing out called living and breathing. I missed y'all too. I missed y'all too. I missed y'all too. It's been an interesting week, man. It's been an interesting week. So I switched my schedule up a little bit for a lot of reasons. First, I gotta start lifting weights, y'all. That was the big one. I was like, I gotta figure out how to get weights in because I'm taking Manjaro, and there are a lot of side effects. Some are pleasant, like weight loss, but there are other side effects like muscle loss, right? Muscle loss. I was like, I've got to get into it. So I started that this week. Tuesday went well. I was very confident. Then I woke up Wednesday. And y'all was in so much pain. Every sit down was a journey. Every stand up has been a journey. I am so freaking sorry. I did too much too fast. Too much too fast. I forgot a lot of things about what it means to lift weights. And y'all, Talia, I was talking to her one of these days this week, and she was like, "Girl, what is wrong with you?" I was like, "Ah, ah." She's like, "Man, what?" I said, "Girl, it's been terrible." And then I had my hair up, went to sleep with my hair up, woke up, all of this was just hurting, sore. It's still a little sore. And so I realized two things: A, the 40s hit different than the 30s did. B, I'm gonna have to really ease myself into this entire process, right? So I have to ease myself into it. So, am I giving up? No. But I'm going to use minimal weights just to start and really focus on how many reps I'm actually gonna do each time, so that I'm not overwhelming my body. with more than what it actually can handle, which that's a whole message in itself. Y'all, woo. But I missed y'all. That's the second thing. I was like, man, this kind of feels weird. Good morning, Jen Customs. Glad to have you this morning. I am so happy to see that you're here. Good morning. Good morning. So that was the other thing. I missed going live. However, on the other side, one of my other goals was to get the content back out to you. I have a lot of people who can't be on this call because of the timing and their schedules. And so I had started getting behind on pushing out replay videos, replay content, checking in. Like I was getting behind on that. Also, I want to make sure that I'm not pushing out so much content day by day that we look up and we ain't really did nothing but a bunch of talk. And so the other side of this is I've liked that the 3 days a week has given me more time to get in some movement in a different way. But also I have all my replays are out for this week. Right. So every call, the replay is out. Today, I'll have time today to push the replay out for Friday and make sure I'm supporting not just my live, but my folks who go back and watch it later. So that's been the plus. But I did miss having that connection time with you guys the way we've been having these last 6 months. So we'll see. The experiment, it's all an experiment. And the experiment continues. All right? The experiment continues. And we'll see. We'll see. But I do find that there was both pluses and minuses to this change in the first week. But I'll be honest. I do like that I'm able to focus on 2 or 3 things weekly that we can talk about. All right. So Monday, we talked about setting boundaries. Did you set some boundaries this week? Did you set any? We talked about the reason you set boundaries is so that you have clarity in who and what you're going to do and who you're going to be. I've been setting boundaries lately. It's been hard. I've got some people that haven't been happy with me in a lot of different areas because of some of the boundaries I've set. And I've had to just get over the fact that I set that boundary because it was what was best for me. And even though they're upset with me, I have to be okay with it, that's not an easy. I don't like when people are upset with me. I abhor when people are unhappy because of the choices I made, because of how they perceive it impacts them. Even when it's best for me, it's a flaw. It's a character flaw. It's a flaw. Boom, got it. Thank you. Fan said, do you have your water? Yep, I got it. It's just a little swallow, but I did remember to bring it over here. Progress. Yeah, Charlene says, oh, I set boundaries today a little late, but I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say nicely. And you know what? I will say this, because I'm with you on that. When you're trying to set boundaries with people, it's hard to figure out how to let people down easy or nicely. I do think that's a feminine trait, because a man will tell you no in a minute. A man ain't got a problem saying he ain't doing nothing. He'll set a boundary. Nah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hang with my friends. Most, not all men, but many men will set boundaries like nobody's business. They got 12 passwords on their phone right now. They got a password for the password. Just boundary setters. And they never worry about how it makes the other person feel or how to be nice about it. I think there's a lesson to be learned there. Of course, not all men, that's a generalization, but many men I find are more likely to set a boundary and they don't think twice. So maybe we should adopt more of that. Because whatever I perceive the impact to be, I'm learning it's not as bad as I think it is, and I can sleep a little easier at night because I did what was best for me. All right. So if you set some boundaries this week in the chat, let me know. I'm gonna drink my swallow of water. How did it feel to set a boundary this week? How did it feel? You happy about it? You unhappy about it? Were you nervous? Let me know. Because one of the things we've been talking about in our morning motivations community, I gave you some like steps, some things you could do to help with that. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning. That's my good friend there. Good morning. I've learned it's better to let them down than to betray myself. Woo! Woo! Well, that's a whole word. That's a whole nother day of talking. How many times we betray ourselves? Man, woo. Good morning, TV Creations. Self-betrayal. Self-betrayal, man. We get mad when a man betrays us. We're never mad with ourselves when we betray ourselves. How about that? Ugh. We get mad when our family betrays us, but we never get mad when we betray ourselves. Ugh. We like that song. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right? Mel, I think that's Esquire Reeves. Good morning. Something to think about. That's all I'm saying. There's something to think about. How easily we let everyone else betray us, but when it comes to our own betrayal, that one slapped me in the face this morning. I'm about to sit on that. So that was Monday. We did that Monday. Hopefully, it sounds like everybody's been taking some steps toward setting some boundaries. I have, and I've had to really work out like not feeling bad because they're not getting what they want because I'm actually at peace with not betraying myself. So that was Monday. Wednesday, we talked about goal refinement, looking at your goals, refining your goals. Did anybody re-examine their goals? Did that happen for anyone this week? Anybody refine goals this week? Let me check on this. All right. Check my chat over here. There we go. All right. So what was it? I see some yeses coming in. How did it feel when you looked at those goals? When I look at my goals, sometimes I'm like, why did I put all that down? Or this week it's someone said this word last month. I may have been Infinite Rocket Power. I don't know. But essentially, good morning, Joan. They said it's a pruning season. And so that word really stuck with me on one of our calls from last month. And so I've decided to do some of my own pruning. All right. Infinite Rocket Power changes. She's changing how she approaches them. Linda is pivoting. There's a lot of peace you can have when you change your approach, when you pivot, or when you prune. All right. Good. I'm loving it. So that's what our focus Wednesday. What are we doing to make active changes in how we want to live our life? I am, and I've had a couple things to come up this morning, and so I'm having to be real honest about what's possible. I've got a lot of wants and desires, and they're tied into my goals. but I'm having to have a little reality check about just like I've been struggling with this the last couple of days too. I can work well about 8 to 10 hours, and even though my work is mind work, it's knowledge work, I have to rest. I have to take a break. And there's only so much as one individual I can get done. That's just the reality. And so I had to get to a place today or yesterday where I had to accept it. And I'm going to spend probably the rest of my life working on this. So my goal now, one of them, is to just be real honest with myself about what's possible. And then I have to make the best decision based on what's actually possible in this moment. So that was mine. All right. Now it's Friday. Stand, if you're still there, what was your win for this week? Farron, if you're still there, what was your win this week? Infinite Rocky Power, Linda, Foxy Brown, 27, 127. I want to know what your win was this week. Let's celebrate it. All right. What was your win? How were you successful? What went well for you? Good morning, Amar Nicole. You know, Friday is when we talk about these wins. How did you win? What went well for you? Miss Patricia, if you're still there, what went well for you this week? No wins this week. All right, no wins. Can we think about what we can do next week or this weekend to ensure that you've got some sort of small progress? All right, Miss Linda put her products on t-shirts and framed images. Yes! Yes! And they're beautiful, by the way. I did get to see some of them. Linda, I think that is going to help, as we can see, because, you know, these tariffs be crazy. These tariffs be crazy. And so I think there's a lot of opportunity to really help people understand if we can't purchase things from overseas. I think if these things become real, helping people connect that I can design it, that's a fee. I can grab a shirt local, that's a fee. And I can print it DTF, that's a fee, and deliver it to you, right? So those of you who are in this digital space, keep in mind, don't let the tariffs get you too down. Go ahead and start sourcing things locally. And Linda's doing a great job of this. You got to help the audience understand that beautiful art you make can be placed on a shirt, on a mug, on a cup. And if you're on that side of the business, start figuring out how you can connect with local vendors to get it in the person's hands. All right. Let's see. What else we got? What other wins? Yay! Congratulations. Getting everything out and framed and making it tangible for a broader audience. Congratulations. All right, let's see. Just Visionary. So Charlene says 1,800 views on a post on my Great Grief page. Doesn't it feel good when you find that random post? You're like, wait a minute, folks been interacting with this. Come on, that's a win. That's a win. Congratulations on getting some speed. Congratulations. I like it. Farron, if you're still there, let me know what went well for you this week. It can be anything. Let's see. What else I got? I'm expanding my appetite magazine by also making birthday dinner invitations. Come on, sis. Come on. Hey, as long as you made it. As long as you made it. That's all that matters. Infinite rocket power. What inspired you to expand it? Expand it to the birthday dinner invitation. Miss Patricia says still can't figure out how to combine jewelry business with what I've learned with AI. Good morning, give people grace. Miss Patricia, you probably would benefit from coaching. You might be working in isolation too much. I don't like to make a recommendation, but I actually think you would benefit from like a 6-week round of coaching. Also, don't forget to ask Chat GBT. So Miss Patricia says she's got this jewelry business. She's learned all these things with AI, and she's like, I don't know what to do. Ask Chat GBT. So here's what I want you to do. Think about it. The most perfect environment you want to be for you, yourself, your business, and your life. Good morning, Toya. Good morning. So think about the best possible situation you would want in your business and your life. Put that in ChatGPT. Then put in the things that you've learned about AI and the things that you know about jewelry. That's the second thing I want you to put in. The third thing I want you to put in there are what are your goals? Financial, number of sales, anything like that. I want you to say, put all that in ChatGPT and say, now give me 10 ideas or 10 ways that I can bring these two parts of myself together to grow my business. Make sure that you base it on the skills and the knowledge I have now. All right. And the reason you're going to do that is because you only want to work within your current skill set. Now, you know that this call is recorded. So, either for YouTube, come back to this point in the video, and I want you to work with ChatGPT to help you figure out how to bring these two concepts together. And then I'm gonna remember. So let me know how it goes. And then if that does not give you what you need, I think you should do like a 6-week program or a 9-week program where you work with a dedicated coach who will help you set some goals so that you feel like you're moving in the right direction. All right? That's my thoughts on that. Yeah, Miss Patricia. Miss Patricia said she can't wait to use Canva. Woo, we're gonna be talking. Listen, if you're not into Canva, you're gonna be mad because I'm gonna talk about Canva a little bit every week for the next month or two. Sorry. Yeah, what's happening with Canva is amazing. All right, let's see. Status is taking more risk on social media. Laugh out loud. Trying to get consistent and figure out the things. Had over 300 views in my most recent reel. That's a win. That's a win. Celebrate that win. And if that reel was on Facebook or Instagram, child, it's hard to get views over there. But you got a great product. It is terror friendly. She's got a terror friendly product, and I really think it's going to speak to uh, the desire with all of the AI and the technology, and all of it's great, and I'm in it. But we still need space for human connection and interaction. So I think you're actually going to thrive, whereas other folks are going to have to work a little hard because of your service. But congratulations on that win. I love it. Come on, keep taking them risks. How they say that? The only shots you don't take are the ones you the only shots you miss are the ones you never take. Congratulations. So Farrah made it. She's like, I made it. And Standard's picking up on her social media. Love it. Congratulations. All right, let me keep going. Let me see these wins.
Infinite Rocket Power says, do you do consults? Yes, I do. I do consults. I do 2 or 3 things. So I do what's called a pick my brain. We get together for about 30 minutes and we'll walk through what your needs are and I'll talk you through it. I also do like a 1-hour coaching. So you got a problem and you just need somebody to work it out with. I do that. And then it's not on my page. It's the only thing. But if you need longer term coaching, if you want to meet for a certain cycle, then I offer that as well. So yes, I do Infinite Record Power. I do offer consults. And then if my season is too busy, I've got a slew of coaches I'll connect you with. Toya says, you've been playing with Canvas since your girl, right? I can't wait. I would stay up all night if I could. I've only done a little tinkering, but not enough to my liking. As long as you're getting there, as long as you're getting there. Let me see. I missed some messages. I know I did. Charlene, are you thinking that you'll go live on your grief page? That was my question. All right. I got to look around. Corey, Lily, so creative. Good morning. I'm loving these wins. Keep them coming. Toya, did you have any wins this week? You may have put it and I missed it. Let me go back and look. Glad to have you. Oh, that's Monique. Give people grace. That's Monique. Hi. The Infinite Rocket Power says it's more than about food. It's about lifestyle and aesthetic and creating an experience. Okay. And I love that for you. I love that for you. If you guys didn't know, Infinite Rocket Power does, I would say like food stock photos. They're really good. I don't know how to prompt like that. And she actually does a magazine. So make sure on TikTok you're following her so that you can see what she's doing and connect with her. Oh, y'all, actually, Miss Linda, I'm working up a sweat, honey. I'm almost to 3.0. I kind of needed this walk. Oh! All right. So Toya says she's feeling better. Her mindset is better. The meds ain't a blessing when they start working without making you feel sluggish. And you started working on classes. Toya, how does it feel now that you're on the other side? She did the AI consultant, the AI summit, and she spoke. Are you feeling good about it? And you up, girl, you come on. Girl, you've been busy. Toya, you're living. You're living. You're not just surviving. And that's a wonderful place to be. Doesn't mean everything is going to be great or perfect. It never will be. But you're starting to take in some breaths. And that's a blessing. Her name is Infinite Rocket Power on TikTok. Say Infinite Rocket Power. Good morning, Crystal. Created by Grace or Pecan China. How you doing this morning? We are celebrating wins. This week we talked about 2 major themes. First, setting boundaries. Sandra brought up a great point today. She said, hey, I can't keep betraying myself. So we're going to navigate this life. That really sat with me today. Then we also took a second look at our goals. Let's look at these goals. We looked at that this week. And so today we're just celebrating wins. We're just celebrating wins. All right. Toya says, I do feel better. I've been creating devotionals. I've been seeing those beautiful devotionals, and that's been helping. Good. I am so glad to hear it. Infinite Rocket Power says her link is in her bio. Today is Freebie Friday, and she has a free image pack plus free magazine. So make sure on TikTok, go follow my girl. Infinite Rocket Power is her username. And if you go to her bio, she's got some freebies for Freebie Friday. So Toya and I both presented at the AI Summit, and she talked about productivity with AI. I talked about repurposing content with AI, and she says that being on the other side of a presentation, she's got her feeling more encouraged. I will agree. And all those things we had in our mind of the woulda, coulda, wouldas, once you're through it, baby, you're through it. Once you're through it, you're through it. And that's the key with all of this, right? Whether it's the walking, the exercise, the building your business, building your brand, drinking water. Let me drink my water, bro. Good morning, Be Digital Love. Now, just visionary. If no, wait, let me see. Okay, never mind. I read it. I read it. Be Digital Love says, I look energetic. I'm hiding underneath sore legs and a sore sore legs and a sore neck. I've been walking around like Barbie all week now. Literally walking around like Barbie. Woo! But I'm here. And once I moved, here's the catch. Here's the catch. So once I went from 5 days to 3 days, then I cannot miss. So unless I am overwhelmingly ill, I don't miss. Because I've reduced the number of days that I'm doing this. So now I'm like even more passionate of making sure every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, garnering travel or illness, that I'm here. Okay, B Digital Love says that means your muscles are active and you're doing something right. I sure hope so. Because, honey, the way I was clawing my seats to get in and out of every seat I sat in. Woo! But y'all already know what it is. I'm not giving up on it. I'm not quitting. You should not give up. You should not quit. It doesn't have to be exercise. I'm talking about any area of your life, your business, your personal life, your exercise, your health, your relationship with your children, your relationship with your parents. Caregiving is hard. My caregivers, if I got any caregivers in the room, caregiving is the hardest. It's harder than having a baby. It's harder than raising a child. Caregiving and following a person through the end of their life cycle is one of the hardest experiences a person can have in a lifetime. Don't give up. What you're doing, I don't know why I feel led to say that, but don't give up. Yes, you're doing the best you can with the knowledge and information you have for the person that you love. All right? So don't give up. And I know it's exhausting. And I know it's not what you thought life would be like right now. But it's a season. And you can thrive. Oh, that's okay, Be Digital Love. We just look. Like I said earlier, anybody who's able to make it at any time, even if it's just for a few minutes, I'm just happy you're here. Let me go back and read. Be Digital Love, did you have a win this week? Make sure I didn't miss you. Crystal, created by Grace, did you have a win this week? Miss Linda, I'm almost at 3.0. I'm going to wrap this call at 2.9, I think. And then I'll shoot for 3.0 next week. Good morning, Alex. Sage, did you have a win this week? Let me know. I don't know what y'all saying y'all did. I want to know what the wins are. We got t-shirts out here. We got reels that's getting higher than normal views. Share. What were your wins? You had your come on, sis. So Be Digital Love is a part of the DCT community, and they have programming where members can actually grow their business by sharing all the goodies of DCT. And Be Digital Love just had her first sale. Come on. I saw you did some advertising. Congratulations. That's a win. That's a win. Keep going. I find anytime I talk about DCT, within 2 weeks, someone will make a purchase. So keep doing that. Keep finding opportunities to talk about DCT. Good community over there. Good community. All right, y'all. Good morning, Dewan, 1969. Good morning to you, sir. Or ma'am. Dewan could be. Yeah, could be. All right, I'm going to take this pace down. This is actually a very good workout. Oof. So let's review. Yeah, but I'm going to bring it right on back down. I'm going to bring it right on back down. Be Digital Love says that pace is popping, and I'm going to pace that pop right on back down. But I need it, so I need it. And I'm hoping I'm going to take Friday off. No, not Friday, excuse me, Saturday off, Sunday off, Monday. So it gives me 3 days to recuperate. And I'm going to lift again, but I am not going to try to keep up with I'm watching a video. I'm not going to try to keep up with that video. I'm going to either do no weights for some movements or minimal. And that way I can do Tuesday and Thursday. I can do Thursday. I was in too much pain. That way I can do Tuesday and Thursday and really slowly build myself up to this. All right? We got goals, people. We got things we are trying to achieve. You got things that you're trying to achieve. And we've got to make small adjustments along the way to get where we're trying to go. Right? Goal reaching should look like this. It should look like that. It should be this sporadic, all over the place, upward movement. It should have dips where we go down. It should have some straight parts where nothing changes. But when we sit all the way back and we look at the whole picture, we are slowly getting where we're trying to go. All right, Sage says a few teachers are using my GPTs for evaluations. Come on, Sage, that's a win. Stop playing. Stop playing. That's a win. People are engaging with the content you created. That's a win, sis. Whew. I should have brought more water. That's okay. I'm gonna get some out the back. All right. This weekend, it's been a jam-packed week. Talia did a great class on Reels yesterday. Great class on Reels. Tomorrow, Regina is teaching Midjourney 7 for Patreon subscribers only. So If you want to learn Midjourney 7 early, and if you want to get that class at the lowest price, you need to join the Patreon. Okay. Now, if that's not the route you want to take, she does have the class available for sale as a single offering, and she will be teaching that class, her public class, April 17th. All right, so you've got choices. Choose wisely, choose what works for you. All right. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to take the class tomorrow, if you want to get ahead of the game, if you want to take the class tomorrow, and then when we have co-working, you can come back and ask her questions, then you should go get the Patreon today. The Patreon TRM Learning is in my profile. We'd love to have you at any tier that works for you and your budget. But access to the class is at the third tier. All right? All right. Happy Friday, y'all. And if nobody tells you today you are loved, you are mattered, you have value in this space and beyond, and don't you ever forget it. All right, let's go. YouTube and Facebook folks, I will catch y'all Monday. I'll be right here bright and early, same time, same place.